Hey guys, it's Desiree from Borealis Mom. I wanted to reintroduce myself to some of you guys. So if you follow along my blog or my YouTube channel, then you'll know that I have been doing this for a couple of years, but my original content was, the off-grid and then also bushcraft and survival skills. And you probably saw that my husband and I were clearing some raw land that we bought here in Alaska to live off-grid. Well, I wanted to make this video because in an update, if you've still been following along, then you'll know that we purchased our current home, which is a homestead on almost 4 acres. And it's got 2 established log cabins on there, and it's already got, a garden. Now the garden is tremendously overrun. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking a break from working out there, and it's got a couple of outbuildings and stuff, so not starting completely from scratch, but it has definitely been quite a few years since this place was used for homestead and self-reliance purposes. So we're kind of getting the property back up to that. And anyway, I wanted to make this video to reintroduce myself. I've gained quite a few followers. I've got a couple more subscribers, people joining me for my journey and my family's journey. And so I wanted to let you know a little bit about myself, what our goals are here, and what you can expect to find from this channel. Anyway, in the goal of authenticity, you'll find that this is not a channel that is going to be perfect. It's not going to be as maybe cinematic as some of the other content and other YouTubers out there. I'm still learning. I'm new in the journey. I am more experienced with writing and blogging than I am YouTube. So forgive me as I am in the learning curve of this. But I want to show you like the raw authenticity of what it's like to homestead in Alaska. So I want to talk about that and also give you guys pointers for wherever you're homesteading, whether it be Alaska or somewhere else. So we're originally from Georgia. We're from South Georgia, and we're going from swampy tropics to the Arctic, and it's been quite a journey. It's quite a journey. So a little bit about me is that I am a mom of 4, hence the name Borealis Mom. And I started my journey wanting to blog about what it's like to be a mom in Alaska. I wanted to blog about, forest school, homeschool, getting kids outside. It's a big passion of mine, which then turned into a hiking blog. I blogged about my family's adventures with camping and fishing, skiing in the wintertime. And then I delved into, off-grid and bushcraft survival skills. That's something I'm very passionate about, and I'm still very passionate about. Those are skills we still practice and hone all year round. But I found myself really wanting to talk more about self-reliance more than I did the survival skills. And a big part of that was because we started renting this house about 1.5 years ago, and I fell in love with it. It's so beautiful out here. We're a little bit further north of Fairbanks, and it's on almost 4 acres, and it's got about 1 acre that's cleared. It's got the garden area, the outbuildings. It's got a strawberry patch, 2 cabins, so that's pretty interesting. And we just really fell in love with this place. So when we moved here, we were still planning on building up our off-grid property that's a little bit further north of here. But we love this place so much. I know I keep saying that, but we just loved it so much. We decided that we wanted to buy it. We knew that the owner was wanting to sell, and we gave it our all. We worked hard and made many sacrifices for the year that we rented. And we were so lucky this past January to finally call it ours. And we love it, and we're so excited for all the projects that we've been starting here. So we've recently gotten 15 chickens and currently at 6 ducks, but I'm gonna need more. So I'm learning and growing my flock. So we also have 4 meat turkeys, so that's gonna be interesting. I'm actually learning that one of my favorite birds are turkeys. So I wound up only finding the broad-breasted kind, which are meat turkeys, and we'll have to harvest those this fall. But I really enjoy turkeys, and so I'm really trying to look around and find some heritage breeds so I can keep those year-round here and have hatching eggs. So the big thing and our big goals this year are definitely the garden. So I've got about 2,500 square feet of gardening space. It's huge, it's enormous, more than enough to feed my family and then some, which is my goal. I want to farm, so I'm currently in the works of creating Fox Creek Farms, which is my business goals in the future, but it's more than a business to me. It's like soul work. I really want to have a sustainable and regenerative garden, and also, you know, eggs and things like that, and sell my herbal products that I make. I want an outlet for that, and so that's going to be it. But this year is about establishing these systems for us and my family, so it's more about homesteading more than farming, and it's going to start in the garden. So I've got so many plants right now. I've got, let's see, if I can think off the top of my head, I've got 75 tomatoes, like 50 squash, including zucchini, yellow crooked neck squash, and pumpkins. I've got a couple of watermelon, which we're going to test out here. Not sure how good they're going to do. I've got onion. We're going to be growing about 250 pounds of potatoes. Yeah, about anything that we could want, anything we can eat. Oh yeah, cabbage and broccoli. I've got so many of those. I've probably got 75 plants. Not each, but total together between the two of those. Another goal we have is meat production, and the folks who built this place were definitely having that same goal, because they have 2 smokehouses and an entire building that is a refrigerated unit for meat. It's got like the meat hooks hanging in there. So I know they did a lot of moose hunting. I know they did a lot of fishing. I'm not sure if they raised their own meat. That is something I could ask, but anyway, I plan on getting some meat chickens along with the meat turkeys. I'm just kind of waiting for more of the warmer weather so I can attempt to keep them outside for their entire lives versus keeping them inside. So basically that little cabin has turned into like a project house. By project house, I mean it's where I store and keep all of my herbal products in the kitchen. That's what I use those cabinets for. And we've been keeping our chickens, our chicks and duck brooders and stuff over there. Kind of keeps them away from the dogs and the cat that we have in our house, because I have a feeling if we brought them in, they would not make it. Our cat is notorious for being a killer. But anyway, it's for that. And then, you know, we have a couple of like gymnastics equipment and stuff like that set up over there for the kids during the winter time. But other than that, yeah, that's mostly what we've been using it for. And anyway, yeah, so that's the big plans. The next couple of weeks you'll see us building some of the infrastructure that we'll need. We'll be installing some high tunnels for the garden. You're gonna see me put this garden together. So I'm actually taking a break right now from pulling up all the raspberries. It's been tremendously overrun by fireweed and raspberries, and so I don't want to waste those raspberries. I'm trying to transplant them over onto the wood line, or maybe in some other spot in the yard, but I definitely want to keep them. They produce very well. We're still eating raspberries from last season's harvest. So that's what I've been working on today, and I'm really adamant to try and get this no-till garden going. I've been saving cardboard all winter long for this, and so that's what I've been laying down. And I've been buying garden soil and compost that I'm gonna lay down, and it's gonna be a really nice, lovely spot that I can't wait to show you the transition from what it was to what it's gonna be come July, come August. So until next update, I hope you guys have a good week, and see you in the next video.